What's going on, guys? Legit Cupcake 260, and I'm bringing you a Kandi tutorial. So yes, I've been away from YouTube for a long time, and I've just been really busy with school and everything, but I am planning, I'm just going to move my Apple mouse. I'm planning to make content for you guys. I'm hoping to get on a once-a-week schedule for now, because college I am really busy, and plus I have a client right now that I'm working with graphic design, so I'm busy with that, but I did want to get a Kandi tutorial in. And this is the double X base cuff. I made a tutorial on this a long time ago, but it is very old, and plus people got very confused by it, which I can understand because I was, like, I didn't really know exactly, I didn't have, what was it exactly? It's like I knew how to make it, but like I was new at it, so it was hard for me to explain, but now I'm here to explain it. Now, where's my string? So anyways, what you're going to need is elastic string. You could either use a Stretch Magic. I don't recommend it because it does make it looser. But what I use is this Beadalon black fabric. I always use black fabric string for mine. You could sewing needle if you want. It's optional. You know I love my sewing needles, but I'm not even going to use it for this one. It doesn't really, it's not that bad. And of course, your pony beads. So this color I'm probably not going to do today. I'm going to do a blue and white. I'm not sure if I have enough white on. I'm probably going to have to go get my case. But for right now, I'll do this and, you know, see what happens. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to create a single. Hold on. Let me get some beads here. Yeah, there's like no white beads in here. That's bad. Okay, I'm going to need more. Once I did a blue and black, I don't know. I kind of like blue and white though. It looks pretty. Yes, this is a porcelain palette from when I work with my watercolors. But this one in particular, I'm just going to use it for this because I have a bigger one. So I figured when I do bead work, I could just use this dish. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, okay, let's get on with the tutorial. So, everyone knows the way you have to make a single is, you know, the way you normally do it, but you have to put the beads in a certain order. So what I'm planning on doing is, I want my blues to be my main color, and then I want my white to be a connector bead. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a couple minutes. So what I want you to do is you take your main color, mine is blue, put 2 beads, and also I didn't cut the string yet, and I'll show you why in a minute. So just put it on. If you want to cut it, you can. It just makes it easier that you can hold it. Hold on, let me like put this into frame. What I'm doing. I'm getting used to this. I did get requests for the camera to be closer, so I'm trying to fulfill that request. So yeah, here we go. There's my line. Okay, there. So I put the 2 main color and then 1 connector bead. You're going to see how the connector beads work later because they are very important. And if you don't, and if you do, like, you have to do it this way. It's the only way to do it. So anyway, 2 of your main color, 1 connector bead. And I'm going to do 12 connector beads in total. I'm going to do 12. So like say if you get a little like confused, like, oh my god, how much should I do? Just count your white bead, how many white beads. You don't even need to count your blue ones. So here's the 2 main color and connector bead. So I'm going to pause the video here and I'm going to do the rest and I'm going to tie it off with you guys, okay? See you in a bit. Okay guys, so I'm back. As you can see here, I have all my beads on. I have 12 connector beads on mine. But that is a very small length, 12 connector beads. I mean, if you have a little bit, I have a pretty thin wrist, so that's why I went with 12, but like for an average size, I would say 14. You know, just 2 more than what I've got, but you know, I'm not really sure your wrist size exactly. Now, the reason why I kept it attached to this is that way my beads wouldn't slide. Usually I will use a clip, but I decided against it. But what I am now doing here is I'm stretching out the string to be a lot because I'm going to need a lot to keep going through everything. The thing is, though, you can extend it. I just don't like having to extend it while I'm working, unless like it's a cuff, then yeah, you have to, but if I can control it, I don't do it. Okay, so I just extended my string, so now I'm going to take this part, and I'm going to cut off a little bit on this one, right here. I'm going to slide this a little more. Then on this area, make sure you leave the room on the other side. I'm tying it off with this part. So I would say tie it 3 to 4 times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to do it 6 times. 6. So now you're going to have a tail right here after you tie it off. Let me just make sure this is stable. We're good to go. So now that I know it's stable, I can cut the excess on that side. So now you have a very long piece of string and you have your single attached. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your string and I'm going to be doing 2. I'm going to be doing one main color, 1 connector bead, then 1 of your main color again. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to take one of my blue, because that's my main color, my connector bead, which is white, and then my main color again, which is blue. And this is where the connector beads come into play right here. You're going to put your connector, you're going to go this way. You're going to put these 3 beads, you're going to string it into your connector bead. And throughout this whole project, you're going to mainly be stringing through your connector bead. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to pull. And you're going to have something like this. And don't worry, it's going to go to a point. There we go. See, and look, you already see the X starting to form a little bit. You got about half your X left. But also don't forget, guys, we will be doing a double X base in this. So, but I will give you a little guidance if you just want one. But I know it's most requested to do a double, because there are quite a bit on YouTube of the singles. So I want to do a double. Okay, anyway, so you got your main color, connector bead, main color. And now you're going to go through your connector bead again. Your next connector bead next to it. I'm going to do it one more time for you guys, and I'm going to pause here. Because that was also the other thing about that video. It was way too long because I was doing every single thing with you guys. But after a while, you get the idea, you know. You don't need me to do it all the time. So, I'm just going to do it one more time. And then I'm going to pause the video again, and I'll come back. But I'll show you, but I'm going to leave the last one. I'm going to show you because we have to string it to the top to make the second part. So I'll show all of you guys that so you don't have to worry. Okay, the blue, my main color, connector bead, main color. I'm just going to put it all through my white connector bead. Okay, so you're going to have something like this. And I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to do it all the way around. And then you're going to see what I do with these 2 beads. Okay, guys. So now on our second to last one. So I'm going to do the next one and then the second next one. So obviously your blue bead. Your main color, your connector bead, main color. And you're going to put it through the white. I feel like the base is the hardest thing to do, and then after that it comes pretty easy. So now the last one is a little different. So the same bead process, I'm just going to show you how we're going to string up though. So your main color, connector bead, main color. And now you're going to take this white here, you're going to string up this blue and this white. So let me show you 3 beads you're going through. So 1, 2, and if you can't get it through all of them, pull a little bit and then go through your 3rd one. So hold on, let me just undo that a little bit. There we go. Ew. move into place. I'm just trying like not to knock over my beads. That's why I was doing that. Okay. So now we're on this bead. And so this is what it should look like now. So now we're going to do another row, and I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, so now we're actually going to do the same thing all over again. So you're going to take your main color, connector bead, and then your main color again. But one more thing before I see how you're starting to see the X form. So now, instead of putting your string through this bead, this white one I'm pointing to right here, you're going to be putting it through this top white bead. The points. Think of it kind of like a triangle, and you're putting your beads through on a point. So there you go. So I'm just going to show you a few more times. So your blue, whoops, I'll take a different one. Instead of looking for it. Your main color, your connector bead, and then your main color again. So I'm just going to put it through this white bead. Okay, one more time. Actually, I'll do it 2 more times. Okay, so your main color, connector bead, and then your main color again. And you're going to go through this top white again. Make sure it's never going through this one, you're going through your top bead. I just want to remind everybody of that. Because sometimes I wonder if I get out of frame, which I probably do sometimes. So I just wanted to show it one more time. So I'm going to do it one other time, and then I'm gonna pause, and then I'm going to go to the next step. And don't worry guys, I'll do it the way I did it last time, where I showed with the last 2, so you don't have to worry about that. So the blue, main color, connector bead, main color. And we're going to go here. Okay. So this is what it should look like so far. See, now you're seeing your X's come over here. So I'm going to pause here, and then I'm going to show you the next step. Okay guys, so now I'm ready to do the last one. So I'm going to take my main color, my connector bead, and another one of my main color. And now it's going to go through this one here. It's going to go through this one here. But it's also going to go through this blue bead here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. This blue bead here. And this white bead here. And then you pull, and this is what it's going to look like. So now it's like a disc. Okay, so now, usually what you do next is you do 2 of your main color, and you keep going through these beads to end it. But because it's a double X base cuff, we're actually going to continue and repeat the process of what we did. But I'm going to walk you guys through it, you know. Let me just grab some blue beads real quick. So I'm going to walk you guys through that and stuff. And like I said, guys, if you don't understand what I'm doing exactly, feel free to leave a comment down below, or just pause and rewind me if I go too fast. You know, I want you guys to go at your own pace and really learn what I'm doing. I'm just putting more beads in, sorry guys. So, you know, so you have those options. So, and also I'm on social media, so you can always shoot me a message on there too. It's absolutely up to you guys what you want to do. But I'm always around and available to help. And also any requests for you guys for videos, like even like a candy tutorial you want to learn, please, you can ask me and I'll be able to most likely do it as long as I have the time, but I should be able to. So just putting that out there before I continue. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing all over again. So now we're going to do this again. Main color, And then we have a connector bead here. And then we're going to do our main color again. And we're going to put it through this top white bead here. See? I have the X here, goes across. Because you're always going to put it at the top. No matter whatever your connector bead is, as long as it's the top one here. Because some people get confused when you put it through here, because I've done that in the past. You want to put it through the points of your X, if that makes any sense. So see, now we're getting a second X made, as you can see. So I'm going to do that 2 more times, and then I'm going to pause and then come back again. So your main color, connector bead, and then your main color again. And you're going to take it and put it through this top. See? I was here, now you go here on your top bead. Also guys, if you need to extend your string, I don't need to because I made it way long. But if you do, just tie 2 pieces together and you'll be good to go. So, just one thing I should have mentioned earlier. So look, there's our second X already, so I'm just going to show you. We're forming our second X with this top. Once we put the second top, you'll see the full X. But now you can more see even more the first one. So yeah. Anyway, so let's go with our blue bead, then our connector bead. Okay, so I'm back. So we're going to do the final part, going up the beads, and then after that, we are going to move on to our last row. So right now, we're going with the main color, connector bead, and your main color. And now we're going to do what we did before. We're going to be stringing into these 2 beads right here. So let me do that really quick. Whoops. There's 1. And there's 2. I'm going to pull it through. And your cuff should look something like this. So now we're ready to do the last step. So now you're only going to need your main color. You're not going to need any more connector beads. Let me just see. Okay, so we're going to take 2 of our main color. And we're not going to do any more with the connector beads. We're done with that color. So I'm going to put 2 on, just 2. And I'm going to go through the top bead. So I'm going to go through my connector white bead in my case. So that's what it's going to look like. And you see your double X's. And now you see you have the 2 blue beads up there. Your double X. And yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to do 1 more of these because it's pretty repetitive. So I'm just going to do 1 more. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to show you how to tie it off. So let me just put this through this one. The 2 blue beads, put it through your white, and you're going to get something like this. Okay, so now we're on our last one. So we're going to take 2 of our main color. And we're going to put it through these 3 beads. So the white and the 2 blues. So this one right here, this white, and these 2 blues. And then I'll show you how I tie off my cuffs personally. Okay. And you're almost complete, but you see you have your double X right up here and here. So you got a pretty good cuff going. So yeah. Anyway, just lining this. Alright guys, I am so sorry. I completed this already because my camera decided to freeze in the middle of it. So this is what it looks like when it's done, but I do have another one that I'm currently making, and I'm going to do the same step that I was going to do on this one. I'm going to show you like how to get these beads and the tying and everything. So, but this is what it looks like in the end, but I'm going to just show you on this one. So this is one that I'm working on. but it's still the same concept. So instead of the blue, because the blue is my main color in this one, black is my main color on that one. So I hope this doesn't confuse you guys. I am so sorry. It's just to redo this whole tutorial would just be a lot of work to do, and it's only the last part, so it's like, oh, to redo it would just be crazy. Plus, I'm kind of out of white beads too. So anyway, 1, 2, your main color, and you're gonna go through your connector bead and your 2 black ones to end the row. Hold on, let me just pull that through, and then I'm gonna put these in. And don't worry, everything is still the same. The tying and everything that I did that didn't record is all the same. So you don't have to worry. Just pull this through. Okay, sorry, I hit into my camera. And this is what it's going to look like. So you have your double X-base cuff here. So now we're going to tie it. So, oh, sorry about that. I totally kept hitting my camera. So, I'm going to go through this hole right here. Or you can go into this one, it doesn't matter. I'm going to slide my string in between these 2 right here. I'm going to go like on my connector bead in between those 2. I'm going to pull. Then I have this loop right here, and I'm going to put that string in the loop, and then I'm going to pull. So now we're going to tie it off. So we're going to go through this part here, and we're going to pull. Then we're going to go in between these beads. I'm going in between this one and these 2. And then I'm going to take my big loop that I have here. I'm going to put it through, kind of like tying a shoe in a sense, I guess. And I'm going to pull. And then you're going to get this. You're going to get a knot like that. And see how you can't see it, it's not visible. That's why I do it this way. Okay, so now I'm going to go through here again. And now I'm going to go in between again. And then I'm going to pull. Okay. I'm going to do that 2 more times, and I'm going to cut it, and then we have our bracelet. So I'm going to do the loop again, and I'm going to hook it in to this part, and then I'm going to do the loop and pull. Then I'm going to do that 1 more time. I'm going to cut it off, and that's the end of the tutorial. So I'm going to do this 1 more time. So I'm going to go through these right here. Make sure it's the bottom one and not the top. Okay, so now we're going to do it 1 more time. And we hooked it in. Now we're going to put our string through and pull. I think that's tight enough. So now I'm going to cut my excess string. And here you have a double X-base cuff, just like this one. So these are a couple of the ones that I made, and this is my other one that I did too. So, you know, you can make 3D cuffs into them, so I'm just going to show you real quick. This is one of the 3D cuffs I made from a double X-base cuff, so, you know, I will be making tutorials on 3D cuffs though if you guys want. But I hope this video was helpful. It took a long time to film, but you guys are worth it. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe if you want to. You know, I'll be having other content up, like art related as well as my beading, in between the art stuff. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.